from Sage and Sound. I'm talking to you today about the unhelpful thinking style of magic wand thinking. What's that? Magic wand thinking tends to come up when we have to make a choice between at least two options, sometimes more, and they're about equal in terms of the benefits and the consequences. And when that happens, our brain starts to create a third solution, a magic wand solution, where it takes the pros of this choice and the pros of that choice and kind of puts them together. It's looking for a solution for you where you do not have to deal with consequences. So, it might be like, I love living in the country, but there's no jobs here. I could move to the city and get a job really quickly, but I wouldn't be near nature. And then you're kind of imagining a reality where I get to have all the pay and the ease and access to opportunities of a big city, but I also live in a super remote community and I get to connect with nature all the time. Um, our brain does this because it's a lovely place to be. It is nice to think that we can have all the things that we want and not have to have any consequences attached to that. So it's trying to solve the experience of having negative emotions when we think about the consequences of each choice. But the main problem with this kind of thinking is it keeps us stuck. You can't, unless there is an option on the table where you get to have an amazing level of income and opportunity in the middle of nature, you are stuck and not knowing what you're going to do with your life while you're waiting for this third opportunity to show up. And that feeling of being stuck is a really uncomfortable one. It taps back into our sense of feeling powerless, and it is not a space that we like to be. The way through magic wand thinking is to just acknowledge there is no great choice here. I mean, if there was, you would have already made the decision. You wouldn't have ended up in this space. So this is definitely a decision where the choice is hard and that both sides have usually significant downsides. But I need to just face that. I need to resist the temptation to go into fantasy and to just consider each one and have a think about, okay, which one do I, sometimes it's like the least bad choice, which one can I tolerate the best? Sometimes you can think about it in terms of your values. Is there something within one or the other of these choices that is a way better fit with who I am? So even if there's significant negative consequences, I want to make that choice. So if we think about the job and the nature, if you are someone who really values connecting to nature and being outside, you're going to want to make that choice despite the financial and opportunity costs of the city. But if you're someone who loves achievement and growth, you're probably better off in the city and just going out to trips into nature, because that's the part of you that's most important, that's really lighting you up in life. So we can bring it back to our values. But if it's a choice where it doesn't really seem to align or make sense to think about it in that way, then it is about, okay, which one of these can I live with? I've got to just get away from that kind of imaginary thinking and realize I need to choose one of these and make a choice. Once you make a choice, that sense of being powerful comes back. And it is actually quite powerful to make a choice to do something, even though there are negative consequences attached to it. That says, I can cope with these negative consequences. And that has the subtext of being a strong person and a resilient person, which is a really nice place to be. And that is one of the other downsides of the magic wand thinking, is by waiting, hoping, expecting everything's going to come together. You're basically saying that one of the reasons I need that is I don't really have the capacity to cope if it doesn't work out like that. And that's not a great message to send to ourselves. That's not a confident or resilient person. So if you've been struggling to make a decision and noticing that you're getting caught in this idea of, oh, I just wish that, there was this other opportunity available, and the wish part is often key, it's a magic wand, stop and realize what you're doing. Your brain is trying to protect you from negative emotions and consequences, but hey, I don't need that. I'm stronger than that. I'm more than resilient than that. I can choose between the options available to me, and I can cope with the decision that I make. All right, so give these techniques a try. As always, if you would like to give us some feedback on how it went for you, just let us know in the comments. And if you would love to get more personalized help with this or any of the other thinking styles, then just jump on our website, click book now, and book in an appointment with one of our therapists. We can help you online, so you absolutely don't need to be in Brisbane to do this work, and it is work well worth doing. All right, well, take care of yourself, and I hope you have a good day. See you.